Alrighty. Should be good here. Getting the playback up. Bum 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 bum. Hey, we're live. All right. What's up, Kevin? We only let people whose teams are good on the stream. All right, there we go. So at least you're able to hang out. What's up, Fernando? Appreciate you. Likes always help us out. Who you got in the Super Bowl, Fernando? We're all gonna jump his ass if he doesn't say the Lions. Put the beat down on him. Either way, how's everybody been? Hopefully everyone's had a good day. Been a long week for me, but here we are. It's Friday. It's been snowing for a day and a half for me. Been pretty crazy. Ready for a nice, long, relaxing weekend. Yeah. How's everybody else? Everyone good? Chilling? Doing some killing? Someone at my work is selling Lions playoff tickets for $800, but for fees it will be $1,000. It sounds like fun. Yeah, that's the problem is may have to work. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit of a bitch. Kind of a tough conundrum to find yourself in. Yeah, we were going to talk about the all-pro stuff a little bit. What's up Extra Shots? How you doing, buddy? How'd your NFL season go? Who do you root for? I've never asked that before. I don't think we've ever learned that about you. What's your NFL team, buddy? Yeah, come on, man. We're in a new year. What NFL team do you root for? I know you're a Twins fan, so I guess you root for the Vikings? Oh, that's rough. Well, what team is that? The Lions? Jared Goff? Hell yeah, dude. Jared Goff is my MVP, so. Bills. That's pretty nice. You know, suddenly it all makes sense, Extra Shots. It all makes a lot of sense. Doesn't it? I feel like I know why you don't like me now. Are you upset because I'm a Patriots fan? Is that what the problem between us is? Are you a very angry little Bills boy? I mean, everyone else is probably just like, oh, that makes so much sense what his big problem is. Do you see my 6 Super Bowl banner in the background? And the fact that we went 33-5 against you for 20 years is, or what was that, 17 years? Hey, what's up, Betty? How's it going, buddy? It's going good. Does that bother you a little bit? For 19 years, we had a 33-5 record or some shit against you? Your whole life, except for like 2 or 3 years, you've been terrible against us. We won the Super Bowl 5 years ago. Just to remind you. Like our last 10 years is better than every single year of the Bills franchise. Like if you had our last 10 years, you would trade everything in your franchise history. You would give us Josh Allen if we gave you our last 10 years. It would be the greatest run of your life ever in Bills history. Just as a heads up. We won Cap? Are you sure? The 2014-2015 season. Yeah, everything's been great, Eddie. How you doing, buddy? I'm just having fun with our old friend Extra Shots here. Extra. Listen, man. We've won 3 Super Bowls in the last 10 years. We're a dynasty in the last 10 years. You know that, right? The Bills have never had what we had in the last, even with our bad 5 years here. We still have a dynasty in the last decade. That hurts, doesn't it? A little bit. Knowing that even in our worst 10 years, we're still way better than you guys. In your greatest run in 30 years. Still not quite as good as the Patriots. And then you guys lost that game because you're terrified of us getting good draft picks. We need the Lions and Bills in the Super Bowl. I believe it would break records. Oh, 100%, Eddie. I would love to see the Lions versus the Bills, unironic. Number one would be a good Super Bowl. 2 teams that don't have one actually get a Super Bowl. 2 teams that are very similar. 2 teams that came into the league roughly the exact same time. Like they're historical friends. Like the Bills and the Lions actually aren't rivals or like hatred. There's a what's the word I'm looking for? There's like a weird respect between the two because they're kind of yeah, I'm hoping it's Bills Lions. That was my pick in the preseason. The Tigers were playing in the ALDS. Lions are the number 1 seed. Pistons are 19 and 18. Red Wings are back to being good again. All my teams are up. Patriots are the only ones that are bad, and we're still the greatest team of the last 30 years in any sport. You know what sucks for you? If the Titans don't take Travis Hunter, we didn't. All 3 of the teams ahead of us need quarterbacks, buddy. There's a good shot Travis Hunter falls to 4. Besides, the Patriots want Abdul Carter. The Patriots don't have to draft anyone on offense. We could just take Abdul Carter, and then that fixes our abysmal pass rush. We can sign receivers, sign offensive linemen, and we're good to go. Besides, if we took a corner, I'd prefer Will Johnson anyway. He's a better pure corner than Travis Hunter. Actually, we beat Josh Allen, who started that game. He gets a loss. You know that, Crump? Yeah, we lost out on a corner who's not even the best corner of the class. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sure Will Johnson is a better corner than Travis Hunter is. And Travis isn't the best receiver of the class. He might be the best receiver of a very weak wide receiver class. Cool. Yeah, surprise, dude. Most Patriots fans don't care about the Travis Hunter thing. We wanted the number 1 pick to trade it. We don't care. We've already got Gonzalez. We don't need a corner that bad that we pick at we use our top pick to take another corner because he's probably not going to play much receiver in the NFL. Yeah, it's not even worth it. Fuck that. Just take Abdul Carter. Or if we really need an offensive player, if Tet has a good, We just can't take Tet. We got to avoid that fucking guy because we know what the story is. We just don't do it because we already know we're gonna get burned if we take the guy because the receiver that goes right after Tet is going to be a megastar, and I'm not fucking doing it again. Let's just sign and trade for a guy. Sign, trade, or sign. Chris Godwin's a wide receiver, or is a free agent. You can do that. But yes, Pistons are on fire. Yeah. That's fine. You're allowed to have your opinion. I kind of want to talk about all pro stuff first. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? Is it not here? No? Really? That's cool. He's Mac Jones 3. Wouldn't that be 2? Oh, here we go. It's right on the side here. Patriots don't need Travis Hunter. His has too much problems with his girl. Yeah, well, I don't care about any of that, Eddie. It's just that the positional wise, we literally have an all pro. We have an all pro corner. It's like if we didn't have Gonzalez, that'd be fine to take him. But we really need a guard. We need like a defensive end, like a pass rusher. Like we don't have a guy who just rushes the passer. Our guy Keon White gets like triple teamed and he has nothing to respond to it. First team is Lamar Jackson, quarterback. Then running back is Saquon Barkley. Ricard from the Ravens. Tight end is Brock Bowers. Jamar Chase for the Bengals. Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions. Left tackle is Tristan Wirfs. Left guard is Joe Thuney. Center is Creed Humphrey. Right guard is Quinn. Sorry, it's a little hard to read. Quinn Miners for the Broncos. Penei Sewell. He's gonna mess up the locker room. Maybe. That's why I'm not looking. That's why I wouldn't want to get him. May's already good, Kevin. Not looking forward to the game, but Tomlin is a great underdog for Lamar Jackson, having a rough win-loss record. Anos and Nose Flowers. Yeah, I mean, there's a good shot you guys could pull off an upset. It's not impossible. It's just you should probably switch back to Justin Fields. I don't know why you guys ever switched off him, but edge rushers, pretty obviously Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, interior lineman Cam Hayward, Chris Jones, linebackers Zach Bond, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith. First team corners were Patrick Surtain and Derek Stingley. Slot corner was Marlon Humphrey. Safety Kirby Joseph, not a surprise, he could win the depoy. And then Xavier McKinney. Special teams, Chris Boswell was the kicker. Punter was Jack Fox. Kick returner, Cavante Turpin. Punt returner, Marvin Mims. Special teamer, Brendan Schooler. Let's go, Pats. Long snapper, Andrew D. Paola. So those are the first teamers. Then you have your second teamers. You have Josh Allen at quarterback, Derrick Henry as the running back. Boo, no Lions. Then you have Kyle Juszczyk. And then you have tight end George Kittle. And then you have wide receivers Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, and A.J. Brown. Left tackle Jordan Mailata. Left guard Quentin Nelson. Center Frank Ragnow. Right guard Chris Lindstrom. Right tackle Lane Johnson. Eagles fans are pissed that Sewell made it over him. Edge rushers, it'll be TJ Watt, Nick Bonito, Andrew Van Ginkel. Do you think Bill Belichick will leave North? No, I think he's going to wind up sticking with North Carolina. Interior linemen, Zach Allen and Jalen Carter. Linebackers, Frankie Louvu. I don't know how to say it. Bobby Wagner. Wow, he's still playing good. Zaire Franklin. Fields was 6-1 as a starter. He was winning more than Russ, but Tomlin won't allow that. Russ was the playoff experience, but Fields has the mobility. Yeah, I would say, I agree with that. I don't know what's up with that. Corners, Trent McDuffie and Christian Gonzalez. Slot corner, Derwin James. Safety, Kyle Hamilton and Budda Baker. Kind of surprised. Who am I thinking of? Brian Branch was in second teamer. And then, of course, with the place kicker was Brandon Aubrey. Punter was Logan Cook. Kick returner, Austin Eckler. Punt returner, Khalif Raymond. Special teamer, JT Gray. And long snapper was Ross Massatic. Raymond probably would have been first team if he didn't miss like 6 games because of like a broken leg or whatever the hell was wrong with him. He messed his leg up or something. He's back now though. He was probably clearly going to be the first teamer, but again, he messed his shit up. And Mims had a really good year. So, no Mahomes. That's always a good thing. I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty good all-pro list. I don't really feel like there was a ton of snubs. Obviously, Drake May not being there was a little weird. He's clearly better than Josh Allen. Yeah, that's about the only big snub. Obviously, I think Brian Branch or Jahmyr Gibbs should be up there. No, there's left guard. Joe Tooney's up there. Creed Humphrey's first team, I think I saw. Chris Jones is first team. So yeah, no, the Chiefs had like 3 or 4 guys, about the guys you'd expect. Oop. As long as Chris Jones is playing, he's usually one of the best defensive DTs in football. Joe Tooney's one of the best guards. Creed Humphrey is arguably one of the best centers, though I think Ragnow's better, personally. Fox? I don't know. You missed a couple kicks. I think Boswell missed almost no kicks this year, and I think Aubrey missed like 2. I think the kicking all pro stuff is like they already know who's going to be. Like I could have told you that it would be Boswell and Aubrey for the all pro, for like the place kickers. Because again, I think Boswell literally did most of the Steelers scoring this year. And Nathan, you can correct me on, did he miss anything this year? Like 2, maybe 1? And it was like dog shit ass. Well, like it's one of them things where it's like when he did miss, it was bad weather. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Boswell was 100% going to be the first teamer. And then Aubrey, I think he missed just a couple kicks. Yeah. Plus, rookie kickers typically never win that award. I'm going to guess, though, that he was pretty close to being... I bet you he was almost up there for kickers. What team led the way? Just trying to see, like... the third year of... Okay. Joe Burrow received the 2 first place votes. So I guess the other guy they were thinking of was Joe Burrow. 272 career field goals, 41 this year, most ever in Steelers history. That's a lot of kicks. He had a busy ass year. By the way, if you guys haven't dropped likes yet, consider doing so. Helps the stream out, get some people in here. Yeah, most of these people make sense. You know, it's funny that the Lions have the best punter in the NFL. And I always find that to be a curiosity of like how Why is it always like the best teams? And I know it's because they can get them, but it's so universal that whenever you have one of the best teams in the NFL, not only are they devastatingly never punting the ball, when you do make them punt, they bring out some guy like Jack Fox who has like some I think it's an average of like 45 yards a punt or something crazy. Or I don't remember what his number, but like it was some like ungodly number where it was just like, oh shit, yeah, we're just fucked. He's turning the field on us and we're getting pinned deep inside of the 20. That might be what it was. I think he had 45 touchbacks this year. Or not touchbacks, but like pins. So it's like, oh shit, yeah, that sucks. Oh, we stopped him, and now it's a big problem. We have to go, and we're fucked. I'm surprised the Chiefs or the Bills punter didn't win it. They usually have one of the better punters too. Specifically the Chiefs. Lions and Chiefs are built in a weirdly similar way. Have you guys been, if you watched the Lions defense lately, or in that last game against the Vikings, they have a new defensive strategy that they kind of unveiled. I think they blitzed on 95% of the plays. If you go and watch it, it's literally like they blitz every single play. And it's just like, all right, we're going to play some man coverage and we're going to blitz every single play. And you may think that that's not a way to win. However, we've seen a team actually do that for an entire playoff run and win a Super Bowl doing it. It was the Kansas City Chiefs back in 2019, actually. That was the way that they compensated having that dog shit ass defense that they had. They just blitzed every play. And I think that's what the Lions are up to now. I think they just kind of were looking around to see like what Kansas City did to overcome, you know, what that defense was. And again, what they did was they just blitzed every single down. And that's, I believe, what the Lions are going to do. They have decent enough corners to pull this off. And good enough safety support to really actually get some damage. And I think especially with the emergence of Amik Robertson, if the Lions can get out of Amik Robertson 3 more games as a cornerback 1 for no fucking reason, like if he can do what he did against Justin Jefferson to 3 more number 1 receivers, Lions can win the Super Bowl. Like if that kid shuts down any of the receivers that they go up against, say it's Terry McLaurin, say it's Jefferson again, say it's like Puka or a Cooper. Like if he's shutting these people down, that really like ruins the team's chance against Detroit. Yeah, I think the Lions, the Lions in a Super Bowl might break the all-time viewing record. Your Wi-Fi shit the bed. Yeah, I'm surprised I have had good Wi-Fi today. Because literally, it's been snowing for like 2 days. It's been crazy. Yeah, if the NFL rigs it, they're gonna make the Lions beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I mean, you can't tell a better story, right? And then also, because Mahomes is old enough or young enough, you can just have him win 3 more in a row down the road. Plus, guess what it sets up? It sets up the perfect story for Mahomes later in his career, right? Can he do it again? Can he get the elusive 3 in a row that he tried to get, right? I mean, it's free real estate right there. That's 5 Super Bowl rings for the kid. Plus, he can retire on that 6-1, kind of like weirdly, you know, getting the 3rd and putting the conversation falling 1 short. Yeah, the ultimate redemption of a team for Goff, for everybody. Goff had to take that humiliating lick. Yeah, if you believe the NFL is rigged, you could easily write the better storyline having the Lions win this and the Chiefs not three-peating right away. Because again, if you do that, then the Chiefs' story's over. Nobody cares anymore. It's just like, well, we'll see if he can break Brady's record with 8. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing fun left with the Chiefs. It's literally like, well, now we have to just wait it out for 4 or 5 more years, see how many Super Bowls they win total. There's, you know what I mean? It's kind of boring at that point. Would you, if you were trying to write a story, would you finish it here with the Chiefs, or would you, knowing that you could spell this out and do another 2-year run where they win 2 more Super Bowls in a row, like 4 or 5 years down the road, they they rise back up and they come back to the top of the mountain. It's right there for them. Plus like it gets the Detroit monkey off your back. It lets Detroit have a Super Bowl. Yeah, plus it's a feel-good moment. It lets NFL fans be real happy. The Patriots will get Ben Johnson. That's my biggest concern here. We all need the Lions to win the Super Bowl. We can all root for that. Mainly so I can get Ben Johnson to coach my team. Right? Right. We all agree on that. We all want Ben Johnson in New England. Hooray! That's why we want the Lions to win this Super Bowl real bad. Because if he can win the Super Bowl, there's a good shot he'll become my team's head coach. He interviewed with us today. It went really well, from what I've heard, from my sources close to the situation. Everyone named Robert talks to each other. We're all kind of like, we're all friends. Not lying either. What's everyone up to? It's a pretty quiet stream. All right, yeah, we can stop talking about the all-pro list. There's more important things to discuss. Somebody asked me about an upset. What game do you see as an upset that is 100% possible? I'll say Steelers over Ravens. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good possibility, just because the Steelers do have a decent shot of luck against them. And the Ravens kind of play bad in the playoffs. Lamar reminds me a lot of Peyton Manning in the playoffs. Apparently, Jets fans have a boner for Glenn because he stood up to the evil Patriots. He declined the interview. Yeah, I seen that. I was going to talk about that. Aaron Glenn declining the interview for the Patriots it's a waste of time. You want to know why? Because the team's only going to hire 2 fucking guys. It's either Mike Vrabel or Ben Johnson. You know how obvious that is around the league that it's 2 fucking guys that the Patriots want to hire? Plus, I think Ben Johnson's actually interested in taking the job. Because he said before he's only going to interview for jobs he's actually interested in, like that he would 100% consider taking. And I think Aaron Glenn and him are very close friends at this point. And I don't think he would like Aaron Glenn knowing that one of his good friends wants that job. I don't think he's going to go interview for it. That's weird to do. That's probably not the job he wants. Glenn probably either wants to go to the Jets or the Saints. I'm pretty sure he wants. I think he's going to the Saints. I think that you can pretty much just kind of put Aaron Glenn down in New Orleans. Sorry, my nose is fucking bothering me. There we go. We're good now. He's kind of hinted that he's probably going to be the next coach of the Saints. Yeah, I would love to have Ben Johnson, but my honest belief with Ben is I don't think he's quite ready to go be a head coach yet. Yeah, well, I think he was he was like an assistant coach down there. He really likes New Orleans. I'm shocked he wasn't named the head coach after Sean Payton. A lot of people in New Orleans thought that Aaron Glenn was going to become the next head coach down in New Orleans, but they went with Brandon Allen instead of the actual. And then Dan Campbell just brought Aaron Glenn up with him. See, the only problem is with Ben Johnson is I'm worried that he's not going to be able to convince a lot of those guys on offense to come over with him. I could imagine him getting Mark Brunell to come. I don't know though. I think Brunell's loyal to fucking Dan Campbell and he'll stay as the QB coach. Tanner Engelstrand is basically he's either going to become the offensive coordinator of the team that Ben Johnson's coaching, or I believe he's like been told he will replace Ben Johnson as the Lions OC. There's also the Lions offensive line coach who like halfway calls plays with Ben. So like I think Tanner Inglestrand may go with Johnson when he leaves, and then the Lions line coach, believe it or not, would take over as the OC. The Lions already have a succession plan. I just can't remember what it was. I know it involves either Inglestrand or the line coach, which might be Inglestrand, taking over. One of them, I think Tanner Inglestrand, they have a pass game coordinator. Just as a warning on Ben Johnson. I think a lot of people don't realize Ben Johnson, I think he's a play designer and like a play caller, but I don't think he designs the whole play. I think what his specialty is motion, deception, running, and like trickery. I really do think I don't think he runs the pass game. What's up, Jacob? Because again, it's weird to have the two of them, right? Like they have a pass game coordinator and an offensive coordinator. I think they may have a run game coordinator as well. How's the Ohio State game going, Jacob? I think Scotty Montgomery might be the run game coordinator, which is completely fine. I think it's like actually shows that as a coach, Ben Johnson is willing to what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Delegate duties, right? Like he has no problem delegating the duties off to two other people to help him coordinate and make a better offense. Like, hey, go study how the run should work this week. Go study how the pass should work this week. Bring it to me, and our three minds will work together to create the offensive game plan for the week. I think that's how they do it, actually. And I think that's genius. It allows Ben to just sit back and fucking cook up some fucking trickery, really watch a defense, get some ideas about the philosophy of the defense, really study the defense, see how they work, see how they operate. Are they blitzing on this down? Are they blitzing in this situation? Are they bringing like weird looks with the secondary? And it allows the pass game and run game coordinators to, all right, we're going to cook up some fucking plays. And they're watching for like, how does the run work against this team? How does the pass work against this team? Then they get together and then they figure out like the play action. They figure out how to use the run and pass together. And then they talk to Ben. And I think that's how you utilize that. And I think that's the system Ben uses. So it would suck to lose both of those guys for the Lions, but I don't think they would. Which is why I think the offensive line coach is the guy being groomed. And I think they're hoping to keep Tanner Inglestrand and Scotty Montgomery. The only problem is Inglestrand's probably going to go with Johnson to wherever he goes. I could see the O-line coach staying because he'll probably again be promoted to the offensive coordinator. I think Montgomery will stick around too, but one day the Lions will lose Scotty Montgomery, and that'll suck. Winners are Chargers, Ravens, Bills, Eagles, Bucks, and then Vikings. I've got a few different ones. I've got the Chargers. I think all of us kind of agree on that. Notre Dame's had a really good year. It feels like Penn State blew that game the other night, though, from what I've been hearing. By the way, if you guys haven't dropped likes yet, consider doing so. My picks really don't change. I didn't see anything. I think Hurts is playing, so my pick stays the same with the Packers or with the Eagles. I like the Chargers. I like the Ravens. I wanted to pick the Steelers, but it's just like, man, the Steelers, like, if the Steelers hadn't just lost 4 straight and been playing some of the worst football of the season for them, this would be the easiest upset pick of the week. And I still think it is. I think, like, if you were a betting person, this is the most likely upset. Ravens don't play very well in the playoffs. That's strike 1. Harbaugh is not a good coach against Tomlin. Strike 2. Lamar does not play good football typically. The blowout, like Lamar winning and blowing out the Steelers is so rare. Like that's literally I think that's the first time it's ever happened. Or it's like the only time it happens, like Lamar blows the team out when he beats the Steelers. So like that's not a likely thing to keep happening. So again, when you look at the Who's they? Sorry. When you look at the Steelers, um, they're likely to get an upset again. They seem to own this team. Steelers haven't beat anybody good this year. If we're being honest, their only good win was the first game against the Ravens. I think they beat 9 dog shit ass opponents. The great thing about Notre Dame is that they were 5th place, so now the 12-team playoffs is legit. Like, it's not Oregon versus Georgia. Yeah, I do like that, J Cam. That there's like, it opens it up for all the 12 teams. Our skid of losing 4 killed our momentum. It did. Lamar should be feared. This is the team that should probably shouldn't have made the playoffs, but did. Yep, the Steelers are a likely team to get an upset, but I don't think it'll happen. Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles, and Burrow with the Bengals. I don't think the Steelers beat the Chiefs. Nor did the Steelers beat the Eagles. And did they beat the Bengals once? I think the Steelers got blown out by the Chiefs. I think the Eagles also blew them out. Yeah, but they got their fucking shit pushed in by every one of them. They lost all those games and got blown out. It wasn't great. But they won one of the games against the Bengals. That's right. Yeah, the Steelers just don't. There's nothing left to it. Vikings versus an NFC West team in the playoffs resulted. What's up, Squid Tart's father? All right. Bills, Broncos. Bills will win that one. Pretty comfortable with that. Arizona State also opened up a world of possibilities. They should get rid of the bye week and let all 9 conference winners in. They'll probably make changes as it goes, J-Cam. It's the first year. I like the Commanders upsetting the Buccaneers. I've really gotten a lot of pushback on that one. I don't really understand why people think the Buccaneers are this unstoppable juggernaut at 10-7. Like, if the Bucs had made their division, they win that shit. It's just like they win that shit running away. They win that shit with a week to clinch or with a week to spare. I really think that I understand that Jaden Daniels, a 71-year-old grown man. You know, Jaden Daniels has grandkids in the NFL already. That's how old that man is. He played 41 years of college football, and everyone's acting like this grown-ass man who's almost the same age I am. Like, there's like some of you who watch this stream have less of a gap between me, like between you and Jaden Daniels. There's less of a gap between me and Jaden Daniels. Like, think about that. He's like 25. I know I've been making a bunch of old jokes, but he is like 25. He should be like fine to go. It's the same thing with Knicks. Those two should be good. They're very old for rookies. Similar thing with Jordan Love. If you start older in the NFL, you don't really have an excuse to be timid and nervous. And Jaden Daniels is very clutch. I think that's a very big situation. Your prediction for next year, the Buccaneers will be 14-3. I don't disagree. They have to fix up their defense, which is something I want to talk about in a second. I'm nervous about the Bills winning because I checked we were only 2-3. Yeah, but I think the Broncos have a unique situation where they're very. I don't know what their offense is going to look like in a big playoff game. I don't know if I trust that rookie quarterback leading a team in a game. Again, if it was in Denver, there's like a weird. I don't know. Like where I trust Jaden Daniels, I don't trust Bo Nix in a game like this. Because again, I've seen Jaden win 3 games specifically. I mean, if you take away 3 of their wins, they're a 9-win team that maybe misses the playoffs. Yeah, Steelers probably are going to rebuild. I mean, they have a young quarterback. Steelers are weird. They should have rebuilt a while ago, but they keep just trying to like find the guy. Broncos had a similar situation, lost to a lot of good teams except like the Falcons. Yep. Yeah, Broncos, but like the Commanders feel like a team that could snake an upset against a really bad defense that's been getting worse by the week. And an offense that may be taxed after having to score 40 points a game to make the playoffs in the last 3 weeks. Again, the Bucs have been on a hellacious run here. They're like the 5th best offense in football. They're going to score points on the Commanders defense. I just think that it's going to be kind of like a mini shootout. And I just trust the Commanders quarterback way more than Baker. Sorry, I know that sounds bad, but it's like, listen, I love Baker Mayfield. He's not a very clutch quarterback. Comes up short, fucking throws picks and shit at the worst time. Jaden Daniels put the team in the playoffs with 3 distinct game-winning drives. Hail Mary's kind of a 50-50, so you can call it 2. Who won the week 1 game between the Bucs and Commanders? Did the Buccaneers? Should have had a backup plan once we knew Ben was retiring soon. Yep. That's because Ben was weird. Well, no, you guys tried drafting quarterbacks. They all just kind of sucked. Daniels, yeah, he's already good. I think the Commanders could win too. I just trust Baker, ironically. Yeah, I mean, the Bucs are a good team. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Bucs won. Yeah, I like a rematch team. I always like a rematch in non-division games. So they have no idea what to expect with Jay. All right. So yeah, I like the Commanders in an upset, and I also like the Rams. Mainly just because Sam Darnold isn't a good quarterback. I've been trying to tell everybody this for a year straight, and nobody's listened to me. And then everybody saw what really happened when you turned up the pressure. It's like, oh, okay. That's Sam Darnold. I was like, there we go. 18-41, Sam Darnold showed back up. Yeah, that's what's going to happen in this game, too. And the fucking Rams are going to roll to an easy win. Just roll right goddamn past the fucking Vikings. I don't even think it's going to be that good of a game, to be honest. Rams emotional win. Yeah, I think so. I think the Rams kind of just beat the hell right. Because I just don't think Sam's very good. He's a serviceable backup. He's like a decent bridge guy, but I don't really think like they should pay him. If they want to keep him for another year, just franchise tag him. But not be 100% in this game. Lions game completely dismantled him in the last game. His arms and hips look cooked. Yeah, and Lions didn't even do anything special. They just blitzed him a lot. You could see it in his eyes before the game started. He was seeing ghosts. Chargers, Rams, Super Bowl. That'd be fun. Mike Evans makes QBs look great. Look at Johnny Football. Mike Evans is a dog. He's like the modern Larry Fitzgerald. Even though Larry Fitzgerald is pretty modern. I don't know. I'm all set on Darnold. I don't like him much. He's fucking a Jefferson and Addison merchant, just tossing him the football. It's not that hard to do that. And when fucking the Lions took away Justin Jefferson, he literally just turned back to a shitter as soon as Jefferson was gone. Have you ever seen somebody just revert back to dog shit so fast? Literally, the Lions figured out somehow how to take out Justin Jefferson for a few plays, and he sucked. It was just like, oh shit, he turned right back to the Darnold on the Jets. How the fuck did he do that so quickly? It's like there was no other. It was literally like he might as well have been wearing the green 14 instead of the purple one. It's like, damn. Instantaneous turn back the clock. Cardinals and Saints are teams whose stadiums are being used in the playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, he just melted right back to the old Sam Darnold. You know, like when Vince McMahon told Stone Cold, he's like, we need the old Stone Cold. It's almost like the Lions grabbed fucking Darnold and went, we need the old Darnold. And he went, I'm seeing ghosts. And then he went and sat down and just fucking stunk ass. It was great when the Bills picked Sammy Watkins over Mike Evans. Thanks, Scouts. At least we were right with Allen over Rosen. Yeah, you got that one right. Don't worry, J-Cam. You'll never be as bad as the Patriots. We took N'Keal Harry over like Deebo Samuel and A.J. Brown, who both wanted to come to the Patriots. And then we did something even funnier. We took nobody good and just didn't take DK Metcalf, who had expressed extreme interest in coming to the Patriots. And then we passed on Ladd McConkey for Jalen Polk this year. Nobody does it like us, baby. We're fucking garbage. It's enough to want to punch a hole in a wall, I'm telling you. We could have been the greatest team still. We literally could have drafted both of them. I think they're in the same draft class. We could have drafted both of them. They didn't go in the same round. Could have took AJ. We could have took Debo round 1. We could have took fucking AJ round 2. Then the next year we could have took fucking DK. We'd have won. Brady still might be playing for us right now. Like, Brady might not have yet retired. Had we assembled that set of receivers, he might still be out there slinging it right now. We'd have Hunter Henry. We'd have Bill Belichick still. We'd have won like 10 Super Bowls. You know how good my life would have been if we would have just drafted the guys If I was the GM, we'd still be the greatest team in the NFL. That's all I have to say. This isn't even retrospect. You like, these are people I want in my team. I was like, oh man, we got to get Debo fucking Samuel. I was like, man, giving us a player like Debo Samuel is like giving us fucking a giant version of James White. You know how dangerous we'd be with James White, who's like a receiver first? All I could think about at the time was Debo Samuel. I was like, man, he's the perfect Patriot. It's almost like he was created to play for the Patriots. And he was. He made himself the perfect Patriots player, and then we didn't take him. No, T. Higgins is better than A.J. Brown. And T. Higgins is way better than DK Metcalf. Let's be honest. DK is just a physical freak and would have been a great slot receiver for us. Yeah, no, since 2015 for the Broncos. Pretty crazy. Good season for them. I'm surprised how good Bo Nix was. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't think he was going to be that good. I figured he was a bust. I was wrong. Yeah, we have 10 likes already? Hell yeah, look at us. Double digits. But yeah, J-Cam, no, it's fine. I just would like to draft a singular wide receiver one day. You know, the only good receiver we ever drafted was Edelman. And he was a quarterback when we drafted him. That we intended to play as a defensive back. He converted to receiver a few years in. We literally... I hope the Bears continue to suck. Fuck that team. I don't really care for the Bears. Their fan base is a very obnoxious group of people, generally. Every offseason, they think they're gonna have their fans deserve this, man. Because like they'll try to gaslight people, but like Bears fans all offseason were acting like they were going to win the Super Bowl this year. That they were the best team in the NFC. They leapfrogged everybody because they signed 2 old ass wide receivers and didn't have an offensive line. They didn't remember that they didn't have an offensive line and kind of a shit tier head coach. Like they're just like, dude, Eberflus grew a beard and we signed Keenan Allen. We're winning the fucking Super Bowl this year. And it's like, really? Are you guys sure? Are you guys like sure about it? They're like, dude, have you seen Flus's beard? You know I'm right. Like, you know I'm right. Like, that was literally what the fucking Bears fans were doing. Like, they literally talked about how fucking sexy Matt Eberflus was with the beard and how they signed 2 guys. And they're like, with this on now. And I was like, I genuinely don't know where the hell this bravado is coming from. I'm telling you, like, Bears fans have, like, literally, like they were talking about how, like, Caleb Williams was drafted into the greatest rookie situation ever in NFL history because he literally had Keenan Allen, I guess, and DJ Moore. It's like, what about the offensive line? Who fucking cares? Like, well, and then he gets sacked like nearly an NFL record number of times. Wait, what game are we talking about? The Patriots game? If it's anything between Tom Brady and Drake May, I don't really care about it. It doesn't count. We let that Make-A-Wish kid Mac Jones play quarterback for us. We were doing that out of kindness. We're a very polite team. Not a lot of people know that. Mac Jones has a very advanced case of ligma and sugma and a very bad E10 deficiency. So we let him play quarterback for us for about 3 years out of like the kindness of our heart. We again, like J Cam pointed out, we win a lot. We don't need to win all the time. So we gave Cam Newton his last time in the NFL, you know. He said he always wanted to play for a real team like the Patriots, not the Panthers. But yeah, so and then Mac Jones. Surprised no one's pushing back on any of the things I'm saying because they sound ridiculous. But I think we all remember the offseason of how crazy the Bears were. So the chart. Oh boy, is there a bracket? Yeah, where is it at? Is there a way for me to? No, we'll just have to remember. All right, on the AFC side, that would mean. Ooh, I have the Chargers playing the Chiefs. And the Ravens playing the Buffalo. Now, Squid Tart, is it a 15-win curse or is it a 1-loss curse? That's the real. That's the one thing I've been thinking about because again, that's a 16-game regular season curse. Is it a 1-loss regular? I've always considered it to be the 1-loss curse rather than the 15 wins. I've always considered the win total as the irrelevant part of the curse of those situations. Yeah, I know it fucks it up so goddamn bad because now it's like, are the Lions cursed or is it like, are they just another 14-2 team that's typically never had a problem winning a Super Bowl? Like there isn't a 2-loss curse. The 1-loss curse is 100% a thing. So it's like, well, is it 15-2 the same as 15-1? Or is 14-2 equivalent to 15? Like, what's the actual like equivalency here? It's. I think it relates to like the undefeated season. Yeah, like if you follow the curse, it sounds like it's more related to like the undefeated season like thing. Like that had like it seems to be the 1-loss. That's how I've always kind of interpreted it. So I don't know if. But see, like 16-1, I don't know if there's a curse for that because again, we're so new to the 17, and the son of a bitch about it all. Probably in a year or two, we're going to be at an 18-game regular season. It'll really fuck everything up because then we really won't know what it means to win 16-2. Crazy dog shit. I can't wait till we have 14-4 records. Isn't that wild? That's stupid. All right. So for the AFC, we'd have the Chiefs and the Chargers. I'd have the Chiefs winning that game. Chargers just don't compare quite yet. And then between the Ravens and the Bills, whew. The Patriots, they technically have 1 loss, so and they didn't win the Super Bowl. It's like a weird one. They did go undefeated. They just lost the Super Bowl. So it's kind of one of them weird, like they lost the last one. I don't know. Kind of. No, I wish they'd go back to 16 and go back to 4 preseason games. Personally, I think the players union is very bad. I'm not going to get in. I don't want to go on a players union rant again. I don't want to do that right now. I'm fucking idiots. I don't know how they lost that. They literally have all the power and they just blew it. They literally they shit their pants and now they're going to get 18 games and they're going to have 2 preseason games and there's nothing they can do about it because they're a weak fucking players union. The baseball players union, they told the owners during COVID, they're like, we're going to play this many games and have a full playoff. We don't want to do that. We're not playing baseball. And the owners went, guess we're going to do exactly what you guys just said. The owners got nothing in those negotiations. Like, not a thing. They got to have their team play baseball. That was their big chip. Well, we'll make you guys some money. Yeah, baseball's full of fucking chads, dude. They're literally like the alphas of fucking like baseball runs the players union runs baseball. If they're gonna do an 18-game regular season, the players have already like listed their demands. Like they think they gotta win because like the owners have agreed to like, yeah, we'll do your demands. Like there'll be an extra bye week. It'll be a universal bye week at some point, late in the year. Probably the week before the bye week, the last week of the season, they might do a bye or something like that. Like week 14, they would do a bye week. There's also talks of bringing the Pro Bowl into that week. I don't know. They'd figure out some fucking game. I don't know. They'd probably just throw a random game in for each team. Maybe do an AFC one so it doesn't really hurt the conference that much. You can mathematically just add in an out of conference game and it's fine. Just because it's like a rare game that you wouldn't see much. Just a random AFC opponent. Each team gets a random conference and then they move around the conference and try to make it like a equivalent record. Because again, you only see some teams play each other once every like 4 years, maybe once every 2 years now, and then maybe just adding a third. You know what I mean? Just something like that. Because again, it's like fun to play, like to see the Lions play the Raiders. You don't get to see that often. No, they literally can't do that. I think 18 is literally the end off, but yeah, retarded, dude. Yeah, bad players union. Guys are weak. Their careers are too short. They're afraid that they'll be replaced. Whereas with baseball, they're like, go ahead, replace us. Good luck, fucking idiot. We'll start a new baseball. And the MLB goes, God damn, and they probably would win. We don't have enough good players to compete with the MLB players union players. Fuck. And the NFL Players Association doesn't realize the same goddamn thing. They like they haven't looked at the spring football and went, "Oh, we win. Oh, we don't have to do anything these retards say because the NFL dies without us. We'll just start our own NFL." And then that's the end of that. You know what I mean? Like it's the reason why the MLB always wins. It's the reason why the NBA Players Association is finally starting to win all of their negotiations. Because they're like the only people that can play that sport that good to make that kind of money for those people. They're like fucking, there's like literally like 400 people on planet Earth that can play those sports at a given time. In the NFL, it's like what, 1,500? MLB is like 1,200. NBA is like 400. Like these people know that. It's like, like, hey, by the way, there's not many people that can, and like the owners know that, but like their power is not letting the players somehow find this out. And it's like, you guys think you guys could be replaced? The reason the MLB doesn't care is because who's going to replace them? Nobody. Imagine watching fucking college baseball. Watch some college baseball. That shit sucks ass. There's like 4 really good players and the rest are terrible comparatively. There's like 2 guys on either team just bombing home runs and the rest of them can't even hit the ball. Or the other team can't pitch. It's miserable. Half the guys are just committing errors and shit because the balls got hit way the fuck too hard at them. And again, they're not professionals; they're college guys. That's the replacements. A bunch of AA guys that won't cross the picket line anyway. But yeah, so I think I would have between the Bills and the Ravens. That's kind of a tough choice for me, right? Ultimately, Arkansas beat Bucknell 32-4 in college baseball. Yeah, that kind of shit happens. You know what I mean? Damn, the stream's dying. Well, that stinks. It's been a pretty good stream. The Ravens beat the Bills. Yeah, well, the Ravens don't get the credit of being able to use the regular season in their playoff games to determine how they'll perform, unfortunately. We know the Ravens are a good team, and that's pretty much all we have to go off of. This is Lamar Manning here, Peyton Jackson. It's ironic he wears number 8. God damn it! I thought he wore 9. I was gonna make so many good jokes, but no, I don't. It's literally like his trajectory is the same exact thing as Peyton Manning. It's very eerie if you go look at it. He might as well just be Black Peyton Manning. He's kind of a choke artist. It's just bad. It's just weird, bad play, just like Peyton Manning. Eventually, he'll get over it and probably win Super Bowls. It's not that he won't get over it. It's just like, when is he going to finally get over it? And just be like a consistent playoff winner. Again, Manning had the similar issue, and I'm wondering if his scuffed version of not Tom Brady is Josh Allen or fucking Mahomes. I think the Bills will win that game. I think the Ravens defense has been playing good against like teams that aren't playing the best offensively lately. So it's kind of like, yeah, the Ravens have been playing better defense. It's been a lot better under their defensive coordinator. But again, is it against like, it's like the Steelers twice? It's just like, oh wow, yeah, that's really impressive. I don't know. So I don't know if their defense is going to be enough to stop Allen and them. Allen and them play really good in pretty much every playoff game except for against the Chiefs. And even Allen plays good against the Chiefs. It's just the rest of the Bills don't. Like, they just turn into idiots, and I don't know. So I'd have Chiefs versus Bills. And just because I want to like hold true to my preseason prediction. I don't really see any reason to pull off of it, of the Bills winning the AFC. They've been a force to be reckoned with all year. One of the best offenses, I think the best offense in football. Their defense has been good enough. It's only let them down once, almost twice. Once against the Rams, once against the Lions. And again, I haven't really seen anything from any of the AFC teams this year that would tell me that like they're 100% beating Buffalo. The Chiefs only because they literally always do it in the playoffs, right? That's the biggest reason why I would be like, well, the Chiefs could do it. But that's literally only because they keep doing it. Like pound for pound, the Bills are a better football team than them. But again, the issue for the Bills is they got to prove it, right? It's like, yeah, your quarterback may be better than Mahomes materially, but Brady or Manning was a better quarterback than fucking Tom Brady was, right? What did that mean in the end? Not much, right? Mahomes kind of shitty quarterback, all things can be considered. He just wins a lot, so fucking inaccurate fucking quarterback. Throw the ball random ass places. Sounds like Kermit the Frog. It's not my GOAT. My GOAT's the guy who is the slowest player probably in NFL history. Can't jump really. Isn't he kind of just as fat, sort of. I'm not really sure what to describe Brady's build as. Can't throw it very far, nor strong. That's what my GOAT is. Mahomes is like the inverse. He's fat, but like he can throw it really far and he can run around, but he's very inaccurate and maybe can't read defenses. I'm not too sure about that. Because every time I think he can read a defense, like the next game I see him play, he's just whipping that shit in there at like 800 miles an hour. And I'm like, never mind. He really still is just all arm strength out there. That's pretty fucking crazy. Never seen a person trust more in their arm than Pat Mahomes does. He is very Favre-like. I like how he says he tries to play like Peyton Manning, but it's like it's very clear or like Aaron Rodgers, where it's very clear he plays more like a Favre clone. We're doing pretty good on likes. If you guys haven't dropped any yet, consider doing so. It will help the stream out here at the end. They're probably told to be like that by network people or something. Chiefs would be poverty if Mahomes played for the Tigers. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are always dog shit. Then they got lucky with Pat Mahomes. And now everybody pretends like the Chiefs have like good ownership. It's like, no, they don't. Literally, that their ownership is fucking hot garbage. There's a reason they can't keep anybody on that team. Weird, huh? Like nobody shows up to Kansas City and nobody wants to stay there. Yet all they fucking do is win. Do you remember the Patriots? How guys were willing to take, like openly were willing to take pay cuts to go there, and they did when they went there. Remember that shit? Remember how cheap we got fucking Darrelle Revis to come to the Patriots for? Chiefs don't have shit like that happening. Like it's just like what is this? It's a very weird situation. Their ownership sucks, dude. They're a bad team to play for. It's literally like selling your soul to go win a Super Bowl potentially. Yeah, they would be a very bad team still if they didn't back asswards walk into Mahomes. Like they're very lucky that who probably did it. Who do they give credit for the Mahomes call? Is it Andy Reid, or do they give the credit to guy who gets fired from everywhere? They give credit to the right guy. He helped build the Browns, helped build the Lions back up, helped build the Chiefs. Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name really bad? Well, Mahomes wasn't like a done thing. Like the Chiefs took a weird gamble on Mahomes. He wasn't like a surefire hit. He's a system quarterback out of Tech. No one used to take quarterbacks out of Tech like that because of the system QB thing. And if like there was a point in time where Mahomes, if Mahomes had come out 5 years earlier, he'd have never made it in the NFL. He'd have just never gotten a real shot. There were guys like Graham Harrell and like Colt Brennan, and just those two are probably the best examples of guys who are very, very similar to Mahomes, who never got a shot, like a real shot in the NFL, because they were just viewed as college system quarterback. Like they were just like system guys that played an air raid offense, so fuck them. Like something changed because of Mahomes. Like Andy Reid taking a shot on Mahomes literally changed like this idea of like certain quarterbacks just don't work in the NFL. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Oh my God, I can't remember his name. John Dorsey, that's what it is. John Dorsey. His role with the Chiefs was, I think he might have been one of the key contributors to taking Mahomes. Well, I know a fun fact. The Giants almost drafted Mahomes that year. If they had listened to some coach named Ben McAdoo, they would have taken Mahomes. Apparently, he was apoplectic about taking Mahomes. He literally said we should trade everything to get Patrick Mahomes. And apparently, everybody in the Giants organization has confirmed this. Like, it's like a very well-known, confirmed thing. It's not even like people lying, like Ben McAdoo lying about it. It's literally like, oh no, this quite literally happened. He was literally just screaming at them to take like Josh Allen or Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, and the Giants kept telling him no. And if you go look at the time, and then they fired Ben McAdoo. Like, you know what? Fuck. It's like, oh, dude. If I was Ben McAdoo, I'd be like, I knew I was right. Why didn't they listen to me? I know ball. So we have then the NFC playoffs, right? Lions have the bye week. We obviously kind of already went over this. We have Philly winning. We have Washington, and then I've got the Rams. And then so that would mean it would set up the Rams versus the Eagles, the Lions versus the Commanders. I'd take the Lions in that one. Though I think it would be close because the Lions have like a weird struggle with running quarterbacks. And then between the Rams and the Bucks, I would hope the Rams. Who the fuck? Oh, the Rams and the Eagles. Sorry, Rams and Eagles. Eagles probably. Yeah, that feels like the most likely. Rams are a solid team, but I don't see them really matching too well with Philly. Yeah, and like a big offense team against a solid defense. I don't really think that's like a greatest situation if you're the Eagles or if you're the Rams. Then it's the Lions versus the Eagles, and that feels kind of like a coin flip. There's probably the two best rosters in football going up against each other. I hope the Packers win. It's the official NFL bracket. Because theoretically, if the Eagles or if the Packers win, that's who they'd play. I don't know. It's just how they have it set up. Because theoretically, the first round of the NFL playoffs, there isn't any way to actually order it with 100% it's going to go that way. There's just no way to determine who's going to be the lowest seed remaining. It could be the Eagles. It could be the Commanders. Could be the Vikings. Could be the Rams. Yeah, you don't know. We don't know. There's like 3 different teams. So there's no real good spot to put the Lions and Chiefs this week. Because again, there's no clear team who plays. Like the Lions play the lowest seed and then they figure the rest out for the rest of them. Which is why the Lions had to play a weird ass schedule being the 2 seed. They didn't get like, I don't even think if you're the 2 seed, you necessarily get the lowest seed remaining. It's like a weird thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think the Cowboys are comparable. The last year Cowboys are comparable to the this year Eagles, though, are they? Feels like one team's a little bit better than the other. Yeah, we play the lowest seed. I don't know how hard this is to understand. Yeah, they play who's ever the lowest one left. It's very easy to understand. It's very, very easy to understand. It couldn't possibly, to me, be any easier to figure out. It's like, oh, okay, so who's ever the lowest team left is who the Lions play. Whatever scenario you cook up, just whoever the lowest seed is left. But not really. That's how 99.99% of playoff leagues operate. with a first round bye. The lowest seed plays the number 1 team. And then it's just usually it'd be like the next, but then there's just no there's no real way to bracket it when it's lowest seed plays highest. Baseball is the only one that's weird where they preset the brackets and it doesn't matter who plays who. Could be Rams or Packers or Bucks or Commanders. Rams, Bucks, or Commanders, Packers. Those are gay sports. Get punished for having a bye seed. That'd be cool. Watching like a worse seed play a worse team. Be like, oh, that's cool. That's what's up. Like, oh, we only got the bye weeks and we only had the bye seed, so now we play a worse team. We're gonna watch some like other worse team play. Stupid. And if it's always preset, how do they know who's going to be like the teams remaining? And that's why those sports are probably fake. That's why I don't care to watch them. Of all the sports on earth, soccer is probably the number 1 easiest to rig, if we're being all very honest. If like any sport on the planet is faked, it's 100% soccer. That shit would be so easy to fake. It's not even like, it's just literally just like, just tell the goalie not to block it. It's like, that's the easiest one. Then basketball is the second easiest. So they probably do set their playoffs. It's easy for them to preset. Baseball is retarded and just goes, yeah, we don't care how we do this. Because they're stupid. And again, I don't like preset playoffs. I think that's a dumb way to do it. They should be fluidly set seeding. Lowest seed should always play highest seed till we get to the last 2 teams. If you're a low seed, you shouldn't get any kind of reward. Yeah, they did playoffs differently, probably. NFL changes their playoff systems a lot. They used to only have 6 seeds. Ooh, and only 6 teams made the playoffs for each conference, and 2 teams had a bye. Which was pretty cool. Then they added the new wild card and took away a bye. Yeah, I think so. I've always thought that. So my Super Bowl is Lions versus Bills, like I've had it. I don't see any reason not to stick with my preseason prediction. But yeah, no, I think you just like the teams make the playoffs, and then you reorder the seeding. Like it should be 1 Lions, 2 Vikings, 3. I think it would be 3 Eagles. 3 Packers, or 3 Commanders, 4 Packers, 5 Tampa. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or I would have to look more specifically. But I think that would be a more correct way to go about that. And again, I think most of the NFC North should, and it's like similar in the AFC, right? Like the Chargers should be hosting this game over like Houston. Yeah, I don't think division winners should get you an automatic home game. You should make the playoffs automatically. I do think that's kind of has to stay. You should be an auto bid for winning your division, but that doesn't mean you get a home playoff game. You have to have one of the best 4 records to get a home playoff game. I think that's the correct way to do it. The seeding can be changed. I do think that Minnesota should be the 2 seed, or the Eagles should be the 2 seed. No, I think Minnesota's ahead of them, so I think the Vikings should be the 2 seed. Yeah, most of the time, yeah. It's going to be very funny if the Rams, though, just swart Minnesota and then it like kills the argument. It's like, oh, well, I do think the NFL, though, because they're a stupid reactive league, is going to wind up like overreacting to this and making it, considering changing the playoffs, because Minnesota's probably going to ask for a change to like reconsider the playoffs, and Detroit's probably going to support it. So there's probably going to be a concerted effort from multiple teams to get that fixed around, because again, it's kind of annoying that like I'd imagine the Chargers, maybe a team that want to sign on to something like that. The Packers might sign on to that, because again, the Packers should be the 4 seed. They have the 4th best record in the NFC, or 5th best. Sorry, like the Packers should be the 5 seed playing the 4 seed Commanders this week in Washington. Like there are a lot of teams that would benefit from this year. You know what I mean? Like it would fix a lot, and these teams that have like double-digit wins, you know what I mean, would be a lot better than like the 10-win Tampa Bay or 10-win Houston, or fucking Pittsburgh made the playoffs with 10 wins. So, you know, and again, being an NFC team is fine, or being a wild card team is fine. It's just like I don't know why we're punishing like Minnesota and the Chargers for having better, you know what I mean? Like they did better than the other 4. Feels like we're punishing good teams that way. Well, yeah, because they get to just fucking queen out in the NFC South. Like Detroit would have won the NFC South in like week fucking 8, or like week, what was it, 13? I think they said. Yeah, on my picks videos I do. But I don't necessarily, I do them as more ranges. Like they should be somewhere in those ranges. I'm not really I don't really care much to talk about score. That's pedant, that's fucking, you know, it's whatever. I don't really care. Predicting score is tough. That's I don't know, you could just kind of go with like most of these games, like 28-24, and you're probably good. Just be like 24-21, 28-21, 27-23. I have this one 28-27. Conference, like AFC, NFC, that's kind of difficult because the AFC teams are part of the AFL and the NFC teams are generally NFL, like NFL teams. Like they're 2 different leagues. Like that's why they're split up, AFC, NFC. So I don't know if they can. Like it'd be weird to pull the Patriots out of the AFC, or like pull like the Chargers out of the, like, you know what I mean? Certain teams just can't be NFC teams. It's like weird. You'd have to trade them around, and I don't know. I don't like the Lions not being in the NFL, or like the Bears not being in the NFL. That'd be the Giants not being in the NFL. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of these NFL teams have been in here for like 100 years now, man. Like they've been in like the NFC NFL for like 100 years. You can't really just like expect them to be cool with like a realignment. It's like, no, we're the NFL. That's the AFL. We are represented in the NFL league through the NFC and AFC. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you could, like, maybe you could like realign like the NFC a little bit, like inter NFC and inter AFC alignment. But it's mostly good. There's like 2 teams that could be moved around to make it perfect, but it's not worth it due to like the rivalries. And that's obviously the fucking Cowboys to the south, the Lions to a different like Lions are the like to the east maybe, but then the Panthers to the east keep the Lions in the north. Like there is, you know what I mean? It's like a weird one because it's like, well, who do you move to where? Lions are interesting because they're the only team in the NFC North in the East time zone. So I don't know. Yeah, AFC North versus NFC North. That is next year. So you got that weird push and pull. Be right back. I'm gonna go get some juice. I'll be right back. Very thirsty. Right, I'm back. Steelers versus Lions, Lions versus Ravens, Lions versus Browns, Bengals versus Lions. Yeah, NFC North. Always fun. Oh. Sucks that there's the football shit going on. Kind of a busy night in sports. I almost was like, damn, there's really no reason to go live tonight. Very few people are going to stop by because of the game. Just had to threaten people. Trying to think of some big other news. We kind of did like the two main things I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, Deshaun Watson ruptured his Achilles again. So he tore his ACL, right? Or like, did he rupture his Achilles this season? Then he ruptured it again in rehab. Is that what happened? Ohio State's up 14-7 at the half. Or did he like have a different injury and then re-rupture his Achilles? Like I thought he tore his knee this time. Did he suffer like the tandem injury that comes with an ACL? And just it exploded the fucking, because that's probably his career. Like he's probably done. That's probably it. I can't imagine he makes it through a second ruptured Achilles. And I think he was rehabbing that already. I think that's what was going on. And I think that was just like that was it. Why does the NFL load in fucking Spanish? Never understood this dog shit. Like, why does it do that? No, yeah, go to English. Fucking dog shit ass website. Yeah, and also the Rams game got moved, which was kind of a no doubter. Kind of sucks what's going on in California. That's pretty crazy. Those have got to be intentional, right? Is that what everyone else is thinking? Like those had to have been set by some group of people. I'm kind of doubting that those just kind of randomly kick off like by like lightning or something. But not that like scope and scale that they're at. Damn, we're down to all of 3 people, and I think that's all that's here because it's no one else is talking anymore except for the 2 of you. Might be just you guys here, actually. Probably going to start to wrap it up then. We're at an hour and a half, and everyone's gone. Well, it was a good stream, and then everyone left again at the same exact time. No, I just have a dead channel that's not very big. And for some reason, no one likes to talk football with me anymore. I'm not really sure. I think it's because no one has ever beaten me in a football debate on this channel. And they all get kind of out-alphaed. That's probably it. No, I don't know. I think football's fucking oversaturated on this, and everybody that used to watch the channel is gone to other areas. I don't know. Everyone kind of died. I don't know what happened. I think literally everyone just kind of died of gay AIDS. That's what I believe. They're just all dead. The honest answer is the majority of the people that watch my channel are in college right now. That's the honest answer, is that everybody turned 18 and went to fucking college. And then now I have to wait until they all graduate in like a year or two. And then I'll have most of my people back. But I know the general reason. The majority of my audience were like people who were like 15, 16. And, you know, they kind of grew up and went to college. It's fine, though. Like I said, I don't mind it. We had a pretty good stream. No, most people on the internet have a young audience. But yeah, pretty well. I don't know. It was always a decent aged audience. My audience tends to skew older because of baseball, though. And again, my issue is because I'm not like a team specific cover of football. I kind of covered the general. Like if I specifically only covered like Patriots football, my channel would be a little bit larger with football talk. But like people, I don't really get a lot of the Lions people because they tend to like watch like Woodward Sports or like a few select people. I do okay with Lions stuff, but there are much larger like Lions conglomerate channels. The saturation of football is bad here on YouTube. Everybody does football, so people are scattered out now. And again, a lot of the people that watch me are just busy now. They're either in college or working full-time jobs, so they just don't really watch streams anymore. And that's totally cool. Plus, I just haven't had really any time to put into anything. When you don't stream every single day, everybody leaves. All right, I'm out of here, though. No one's watching anymore tonight, so I thought more people might pop back in. But all right, have a good night, everyone. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. As always, it's go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. I'll see you.